Good morning everybody and Merry Christmas. Today we are going to be doing a video on my top red lips. I thought about doing this video especially with the Christmas season around. Everybody is doing a nice bold red lip and personally I love red lips. So I went through my collection. I have about 5 products that are just that I keep on me all the time. If I run out, I go and buy one right away. I wasn't able to rank them from best to worst because in my opinion, they all do something different and I like them for different reasons. So instead, how we're going to be starting this is kind of going from whichever one is easiest to get off to whichever one is more difficult to get off. Also, if you're new here, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe. And if you like this video, definitely go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Now, if you'd like to see what I recommend for a red lip, then definitely keep on watching. So first thing before I go in with any sort of red is I make sure that my lips are nice and hydrated. So I'm gonna go in with the Lanolips. This is their lemonade lip treatment. This stuff smells so good too. You're gonna wanna eat it straight from the tube. And it doesn't create any sort of film on the lips, which I find is great, but make sure that the red stays nice and comfortable. Now, the first lipstick I'm gonna go in with today is NARS. This is their Pure Matte Lipstick in shade Moscow. So a beautiful kind of strawberry red. And the nice thing about this lipstick is that you can make it as saturated as you want. So if I'm wearing it for kind of daytime use, I can kind of almost just stamp it on the lips and blend it out and it almost looks like a stain, or you can do it kind of a more saturated look like I did today. Now, with this one, I would recommend putting something underneath, something like a balm, because it is quite matte and if you wear it on its own, it's quite drying. But I just absolutely love these shades and I love how pigmented their matte lipsticks are. Moving right along, I'm gonna go in with, this is the lipstick from Chanel. This is the Rouge Allure. Rouge Allure Velvet in La Fascinate. I've never actually read the name on this. La Fascinante. It's in number 38. Now, this lipstick has been in my purse, so it's not in the greatest condition. I do wear it quite often. But it is just the most smoothest velvety finish. Now this lipstick pairs great if you have a nice smoky eye that you want to go with it, or just a nice bold eyeliner. It is on the darker kind of cranberry side and it's not completely matte. It is more of a velvet finish. So I'm gonna call it a comfortable matte, we'll say. I have another one here from NARS. This is in shade Cruella. This is their Velvet Matte Lip Pencils. So gorgeous universal red there. And the nice thing about these pencils is that when you sharpen them, they act exactly like a lip liner. So you can line your lips very nicely with this. It is a super creamy formula. I find that it stays very well as also. And I know at Sephora you can buy little almost travel size. It comes 2 in a pack, and they usually have the shade Cruella and also the shade Dolce Vita. And I'll tell you right now, it takes me a while to go through one of those sticks. So it might be worth it. Check out Dolce Vita, because that's one of my other favorite shades. And if that's something that you're interested, I'd recommend just picking up one of those little packages, and then that way you could try out both. But I absolutely love the formula of the Velvet Sticks. If I want something that's a matte lipstick, something that's gonna stay all day, something that looks nice and clean, I like to go for this. Now I did want to also mention a lip pencil. This is just the Dior lip pencil in shade 999. They're just universal red. And it's just that color there. The reason why I really like this is because it's not super creamy. It is a little bit on the drier side, which is what I prefer. When they're a little bit more creamy, I find that they tend to bleed on me a little bit more. So the only thing with this formula is you do have to be very, very precise. I tend to like to overline a little bit. Especially when I'm doing reds. I don't know what it is, but I find that when I'm wearing a red lipstick, my lips tend to look really thin. And taking the brush on the other side. All right, so I know this looks a little crazy right now, but for my last lipstick, I'm gonna be going in with the YSL. This is their Tatouage Couture Matte Stain. This is what I actually wore on my wedding day. It is the red that I go for if I don't want it to budge and I don't have to worry about reapplying. This is in shade 1. Now I really like the applicator on this as well. Kind of has a point, which makes it very easy for precise application. And I usually go in with a couple of layers. So a very gorgeous, rich, and bright red. And it's not super uncomfortable. I know I have a real problem with any type of lip stains. They really dry out my lips, and I end up having to take them off. I just cannot wear liquid lips. However, this formula is it's very comfortable. It does dry down to a complete matte. But it's not soaking all the moisture out of my lips. So if you're going to any type of event or anything like that, or some kind of party, this is definitely the lipstick that I would recommend wearing. You don't have to worry about it throughout the night. It's going to stay put. I never had to worry about it getting on my teeth. I know that with some reds, I do have to be quite careful about, especially when I'm talking about it getting on the teeth. But with this, I didn't have to worry at all. All right, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and Happy New Year.